Walking circles in a nowhere town. Feet on the ground, but my head's spun around. Every signpost blank, every map torn apart. I'm chasing shadows in a question mark. But the trees start to whisper, leaves start to glow. I don't know where I'm going, but I know where to go. To be enchanted, cottage with a candle, soft, empty camera, shuffle cards while the clocks don't walk. She's a Gemini, got that split screen vibe when she reads my face. It feels so alive. Enchanted, cottage with a candle, soft, empty camera, shuffle cards while the clocks don't walk. She's a Gemini, got that split screen vibe when she reads my face. It feels so alive. Enchanted cottage. Oh, 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 oh. Enchanted cottage. Her door creaks like a haunted tune. Incense thicker than the smoke of the moon. She pulls 3 cards and a sly little grin. Says, baby, clarity ain't a thing you win. But the stars start to shimmer, the air starts to hum. She says, the answers you're seeking are already begun. Little candles talk, empty camera shuffles cards while the clocks don't walk. She's a Gemini, got the split screen vibe when she reads my face. It feels so alive. Enchanted cottage with the candles talk, empty camera shuffles cards while the clocks don't walk. She's a Gemini, got the split screen vibe when she reads my face. It feels so alive. Enchanted cottage. The enchanted cottage.
Welcome to mini readings. Happy new moon. How's everybody doing this evening? Good to see you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. Yes, you did, Sherlock. How are you doing? Good to see everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have the list here on the screen. We did the new moon ritual for everybody that booked. And if you missed that, it's a couple of minutes. It's under my shorts. And the link is actually, I don't know. Green Eye Devil, do you have the link to that? You can run it every once in a while. Are you Greedy Joey? How you doing, Greedy Joey? Hey, Supernova. Hey, Tasha. Hey, Vibe Zero. What's up? Good to see you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you guys. Welcome. All right, let's do this. Let's clear some energy, get everything going well. The vibe should be really good because I've been doing a little witchy stuff today, as you well know. All right, let's see what's up. All right, here we go. Here we go. Thank you, Green Eye Devil. Hey, Joseph. Hey, Libra 999. Hey, Tara. Marilla, how are you? Hey, Rajko. I think that's Bhavika. How you doing? Good to see everybody. What's up? What's up? All right, without further ado, let's get started. I believe that Zakia is first. Thank you, Greeny Joey, for that. I appreciate y'all, you and Green Eye Devil. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's get started. Well, without further ado, here we go. Let's get started. And next, first up, oh, my goodness, I don't have my notepad up. Y'all give me just a minute. We will get it done. All right, Zakia, Gina, Morella, Taylor, Shar. Hey, CJ. And Jessica, Donita, and Marion. All right, here we go. Sorry about that, y'all. All right. Let's get started, everybody. All right, let's timestamp for Zakia. All right, Zakia. Let's see what's up. All right, so Zakia asks, she's a Cancer. Will new love come soon? The past connection I have walked away and released. So let's see, Zakia, what you need to know about new love. Let's see what we can find out. What do we see coming toward Zakia in terms of romance? Hey, Wealthy TV. Let's see. What do we see in terms of romance coming toward Zakia? As far as new romance comes toward Zakia. Let's see what we got. What can we tell Zakia, the Cancer, about new love coming toward her? Let's take a look. What can we find out about new love coming toward Zakia? Let's see what we have. Three of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Three of Wands. Okay. So the thing is, I do feel like you have people that are going to be coming toward you. I feel like this, you're asked to let romance unfold organically. It is coming to you. You're the best way to bring it in is to relax and know that it's coming exactly when it's supposed to. The good news about today's ritual that I did for everyone, and that includes you, Zakia, is that it is going to open up the pathways so you can relax. Okay, you can relax because you have tapped into that new moon ritual that we did. This is the most powerful new moon in the entire year as far as manifesting. And so that's why I wanted to do this special ritual for everyone today. Nonetheless, resistance is you getting antsy and nervous and anxious about love coming in. That would be the resistance. That would be the Five of Wands. Relax. Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Let it come to you. It will. It will absolutely come to you. The Three of Wands is a strong manifestation card, and it's about visualizing your ships and knowing that they're coming in right on time. All right. Literally. All right. So I don't know if soon is the operative word. I know you had asked if it will be soon. I definitely feel like you are on a good track. I feel like the challenge is relaxing and not giving resistance. Okay. Because when we're overly focused on something, that's the resistance. Okay. When we're overly focused on something, we will actually energetically push that away. Okay. When you relax and you focus on you, your own energy, your goals, your dreams, you're actually pulling energy toward you. And you want to be in a place of receptivity and magnetism versus being focused on something, because that's what pushes energy out. We want to draw the energy toward you, right? So that's what I feel. And I absolutely feel like that is going to be key in you being able to step up the energy of the ritual that we did today. I hope that helps you, Zakia. I hope that helps you. So I definitely feel like don't get in a rush. I want you to also pay attention to repeating threes. And I'm not just saying that because this is the channel numbers, but that has come out in your reading. You've got three threes here. And I'm not picking up third-party energy. Not at all, okay? The three is an energy of cooperation. It could be that around groups you may find your person, okay? So it's a pretty good reading for you overall, Zakia. I absolutely like the energy for you. There's something new here. Most assuredly, there's something new. Aces are new in my readings, so let that be a confirmation. All right. I kind of feel like this. I feel like the more you relax, the quicker it's going to come in. You literally can have more control over how soon this thing happens than you realize. I hope that helps. All right. Hey, Phoenix, thank you. I saw what you said. Yes, Marion is on the list. I've got to update the list too because we've had some folks book as well. But Zakia, I hope that helped you, my love. All right. Gina is up next. But before we do Gina, I'm going to update the list. Let's see here. Yeah, we've got Grace and Ariana to add to the list. Here we go. Grace and then Ariana. Here we go. Hey, Britos. Hey, Scorpio lady. How are you? If it's not showing up yet, Scorpio lady, on the list, it will. Sometimes it takes it a minute, so, you know, we'll just do the thing. But anyway, how you doing, Grace? Good to see you. All right, who else? Who else did I miss? Did I miss saying hello to anybody? If I did, I'm sorry. All right, let's go to Miss Gina. Miss Gina. Let's go to Gina. Let's see what's up, Gina. Let me find. Okay, here we go. Gina. Hey, Colleen. Good to see your beautiful face. All right. All right, Miss Gina, let's timestamp for you, love. All right. Let's read about the Saggy Waggy for you. Where does the young Sag hope our relationship leads us? Let's see about the young Sag. Tell me about the young Sag and where he sees things going between him and Gina. Tell me about the young Sagittarius and where he sees things going between him and Gina, the Scorpio. Let's take a look. Tell me about the young Sag as it relates to Gina and where he sees this going. Tell me about the young Sag. Tell me about the young Sag. Tell me about the young Sag and where he sees this going between him and Gina. He sees you guys progressing, all right? He sees you guys possibly moving in together and or marrying, okay, with the Four of Wands here, all right? That's a pretty serious connection. It can be blending of families or, you know, blending of family, that sort of thing. It's a very happy home. Queen of Pentacles, he envisions you as his person, all right? He absolutely envisions you as his person. Queen of Wands, very sexually attracted to you. Wheel of Fortune. So he feels like this is supposed to happen, fated, and he's in. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is usually associated with Sagittarius energy, Jupiter. It's fate, destiny. So he sees this thing between you and him, you know, going the distance. He sees success here. He kind of feels like you guys can accomplish a lot together. He also feels like there's a resilience between you two. Like you guys can conquer whatever, overcome whatever. I mean, it's a pretty nice energy. Look at there. The Sun card. Gina, your side just really sees this going somewhere. Really feels happy with you and feels like there's long-term happiness together. I'm so excited for you, Gina. That's lovely. That is amazing. All right, so let's check in on the Scorpio coal miner. Let's check in on the Scorpio coal miner. Let's see what we've got. All right. All right, Danka, your order just came in. So you'll be after Ariana. All right. Let's tell me about the Scorpio coal miner and what he What he wants Gina to know. What does he wish she knew? What does this Scorpio? What does this Scorpio coal miner want Gina to know? What would he like for her 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 to know? Oh, wow, Marion. Okay. What would the coal miner like for Gina to know? What does he wish she knew? Ace of Swords. Four of Swords in the reverse. Temperance in the reverse. He's had some sort of a breakthrough, Gina. Some sort of success that he wishes he could tell you about or share with you. Something that has been bothering him for a while. Something that kept him up at night. Really had him restless. Some kind of breakthrough, some kind of epiphany. Magician card. He feels empowered to make some positive changes. He feels empowered to heal. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. He also wishes that you knew that he loves you. That you're his soul bond. That you're his soulmate. That you'll always be my soulmate, Gina. Wow. What an imprint you left on his heart. He wishes he could tell you that. It'll always be you, Gina, no matter who it is. And I won't be happy with anyone else. And I'm not happy now with what I'm doing now. I don't even trust this person that I'm with. Tell me more. He also is in this energy of wondering or feeling like he can't, like so much as he's done so much to sabotage things. Is there any coming back from this? Right? It would be tough. You know what I mean? But he feels like you're the 1111, the Four of Wands. It'll always be you, Gina. No matter who I'm with, it'll always be you. God, it'll always be you. It's crazy. That's what I got, Gina. Woo! That was interesting. Hey, Heather. How you doing? Hey, Mercury and Leo lady. What you doing? Good to see you. But, Gina, I hope that helped you, beautiful. All right, let's go to Morella. Before I read for Morella, I'm going to update the list and put Danka on the screen in the order. Yes, I know, Stacy, it was. But I will say this. I feel like her Sagittarius man is pretty good. I feel like he's a pretty good guy. I like his energy. I've always liked his energy. I've read off and on for him for a while, and I do really like him. And you're right, it is hard to pin down a Sagittarius, but she's an amazing woman. Anyway, let's go to Morella. Oh, Laura, you're after Danka, love. Laura G, I got you. All right, there's Shar. How you doing? All right, let me go to Morella. This is Morella. She is a Scorpio Sun, Gemini Moon, Sag Venus. I so love those placements. I think those are amazing placements. Let's go to see what comes out for Morella. All right. Morella. What advice does Morella, the Scorpio Sun, Gemini Moon, Sagittarius Rising need to know? Give me advice for Morella. Oh my God. Ride this train. Okay, Morella, listen to me. You're about to have a really good run of good luck. All right. And what I get is you need to harness this energy and ride this good energy as long as you can. I don't know why, but that's what I feel like. You need to take advantage of an opportunity here that's really good. Really good energy. Jupiter. Tell me more. You're a Sag rising. Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more. I know, right, Stacy? Stacy, you know my secrets, right? It really does sound like a fun person. All right. What else do you need to know? Three of Pentacles, bit by bit, brick by brick, you're going to build your empire. I've got success. I also get this. You've got some advice. Stealth. Not everybody needs to know that you're on the train that's headed to Successville. Not everybody needs to know your plans, what you're doing, where you're going, what you're doing to manifest, and what you see in your future. That's on a need to know basis because you don't want any negative energy coming toward you. And I will tell you, I am also seeing this. You will, Morella, you will absolutely have haters. And that's okay. Let them talk. Let them talk shit. You can have it where every time your name crosses their mouth, crosses their lips, it gives you more power. You can literally do that. That's not a hard thing to do, to set some intention in that, okay? But I absolutely see you on the train to success. I feel like you're going to have haters, and I feel like this. I feel like take the stones that they throw and build your castle with them. I absolutely do. All right. You're coming back from something here. You're rising up. You're phoenixing. Morella, what is this? You're phoenixing. You're coming up and rising up out of the ashes. Good God, Morella, you got a powerful reading here. Just so you know. I don't know if this is health. I don't know if this is money. I don't know what this is. But you're coming. You must have had some sort of a setback because I don't see the setback, but what I see is a comeback. And that's the important part of the message anyway. All right. So that's what I got, Morella. That's what I got. Hope that helps. Gina Bina, what you doing, beautiful? I want some cornbread and butter. Love that. I hope that helped you, Morella. Let's go to Taylor. What a powerful spread for Morella. I freaking love that. I freaking love that. There she is. Hey, beautiful. Hey, beautiful Taylor. What's up? I know what I was going to do. I was going to put Laura on here because Laura's after Danka. CJ, how you been? Happy New Moon, everybody. Green-eyed Devil and Greeny Joey. I've got two greens. I just realized that. Green Eye Devil and Greeny Joey are running the link periodically for the ritual I did for everyone that it covers everyone that books readings tonight and the mods. So if you have not seen that, it's 2 minutes. And if you have not seen it, click on it the next time they run it, and you can see an excerpt from the ritual. It's not the whole ritual, but it's an excerpt from the ritual that I recorded because I wanted y'all to know that, yes, I did do this. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. I really did do this. I would not tell you I'm doing a ritual for you if I didn't freaking do it, right? Thank you, Marilla. All right. Let's go to Taylor. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate that. Happy new moon, Jessica. All right. This is Taylor. And Taylor, what messages do my guides have for me right now about the direction I'm moving in? Started a new job, got out of the toxic one. Hell yes. Capricorn that I worked with, I admit I see his name everywhere when I don't want to. He pops up in my dreams. We don't talk. Why is this happening? We can find out for you, especially since I'm moving forward. That can be so confusing, Taylor. And sometimes, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I like for Terry to tell me because it can be for a couple of different reasons that people pop up like that in our dreams and otherwise. So we can completely ask that question and get you some clarity of why that's happening. Hey, love yourself. What's up? All right. Let's find out what your guides have to say about the direction you're moving in.
How can I help?
Stop, Alexa. Sorry. Let's find out some advice regarding the new career direction for you, Taylor. Tell me more. What does Taylor need to know about this new career direction that she is going into? What does Taylor need to know about this new career direction? I know, right? She does, Taylor. Time to go away, right? Tell me more about what she needs to know. Give me advice for her as she goes into this new direction. Give me advice for Taylor as she goes in this new direction in her career. What advice does Taylor need? What advice does Taylor need? Okay, listen. Here's what I got. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself. I feel like you're very motivated for success. Okay. And that's good. I'm getting a lot of motivation here with the Knight of Wands. What I also feel is that it is going to be important for you to maintain balance in your life and avoid burnout and make sure you're taking care of yourself in other ways. That's what's actually going to help you be the most successful in your work, okay, is getting enough rest, taking care of yourself, self-care, all of that sort of thing, mind, body, and spirit, okay? And so at any rate, that's what I'm getting here. I see a lot of forward momentum. I'm also very tired. I see a lot of forward momentum. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Wands can mean well. It's a passionate energy. It's fury, it's fire, but it can be a little bit chaotic. I like the King of Wands better because the King of Wands has a little bit more. Oh, the King of Wands harnesses that fire energy in a more mature way. And we all got to get there, okay? I'm not saying I'm a King of Wands either. What I am saying is Remember, this is a marathon and not a sprint. The Knight of Wands is the fastest sprinter, but the King of Wands is who's going to win the marathon. So you got to pace yourself. That's what I was really looking for, is pacing yourself and not overworking yourself. That's going to give you the best shot at success. All right. That's my cards are telling me. My cards are also saying don't get up in your head and overthink and worry. All right. Don't get up in your head and stress and overthink this. Just relax. You're going to be fine. Okay. That's what I got. Anything else regarding this? The movement, you're making good moves. All right. It may be slower than you would like, but slow and steady is going to be the mastery of this role. Okay. If that makes sense, that's more thorough. All right. So I do feel like this is a good direction for you in general. Your outcome, Knight of Pentacles, money moves. So it's good. All right. It's good. And there was lots of advice in that thing. All right. I got you. Yes, Scorpio lady. And I already did the ritual and I did it. If you haven't watched it, it's like 2 minutes long if you want to go watch it. I've already done the new moon ritual for everybody that booked. And so if you book a mini reading, that includes you. If you're a mod on my channel, that includes you. And I did an excerpt. I recorded an excerpt from that ritual. And you can see it because I wanted to make sure that y'all knew that, yes, I did do that. Right. Trying not to let me get to me at all. I'm taking my time instead of taking everyone's advice to take the 10. Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Exactly. Exactly. All right. Somebody asked me if their order came through, and I don't know. Oh, I got to get your second question, Taylor. Let's find out about this Capricorn real quick. Let's find out about the Capricorn. What's going on with the Capricorn toward Taylor? What's going on with the Capricorn toward Taylor? That's going to help me to start to narrow down why and the most likely thing that it could be. And we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on with the Capricorn as it relates to Taylor. Tell me about the Capricorn as it relates to Taylor. Why is he showing up in her dreams and such? Give me the Capricorn as it relates to Taylor. Give me his energy. Give me his energy. His energy. He's thinking of you. That's what it is. He's burdened. There's a heavy energy on him related to this. He's burdened. He feels like he may owe you an apology. He may not like the way that things ended between you two, the last things that were said. He may be at unrest about that. But in general, he's burdened. And his current thoughts, I wish I could go back. I wish I could literally rewind back to when I first started dealing with Taylor and do things in a better way. I would do things in a more stable way. I would build things in a more stable way, something that would last. And if I had my way, I would still be with her. And he has emotion. Flat out. It's not always that. Okay? It's not always that. See, that's it. I believe it. It's not all when they hit our dreams, it's not always because they're thinking of us, but that is probably true 60% of the time. And that's why I totally understand why you booked that, because you wanted clarity. Is he thinking about me? Am I not over him? Is there something unresolved in me? Those are good questions. Nah, you're picking up him thinking about you. He's absolutely got some heavy energy as it relates to you. A lot of regret. A lot of regret. So you're not, that's what you're picking up. That's what you're picking up, Miss Taylor. And I hope that helped you. You'll have to let me know. But I always like to, say, some people will tell you it means they're thinking about you. Maybe, maybe not. Right? Not always, for sure. So, hang on a minute. Okay. So, Heather, thank you, Scorpio lady, for answering me, by the way. Hey, Heather, did you get a confirmation email when you booked? And did you book on my website? If not, just let me know and I can look wherever you booked. If you booked like straight through PayPal or Cash App or whatever, I can check. All right. I don't think he will apologize, but if he does, then that'd be great. But yeah, he said some really dumb stuff on the day I returned. Yeah. See, I think he that. I literally got that he feels like he doesn't like the last conversation that he had. He's not happy about the way he handled himself. It seemed forced. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I literally wow. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. All right, so next up is going to be Shar. Hey, before that, can I go? I'm hot. Can I go adjust my air real quick? Can I do that? Y'all give me just a minute. And I will go adjust my air because I am roasting. I'll be right back. Stay right here, Baxter. All right, here we go. Okay. Shar the star. Shar. Shar, you are so sweet. Hey, Becca. Shar, does she know? Green Eye Devil. Shar has gifted you. Yes, the read is for Green Eye. Shar has gifted you a 2-question reading. So, Green Eye Devil, you are up. Isn't that sweet, Green Eye Devil? Y'all are so sweet. I love that. Shar, that's so sweet of you. How amazing. Yeah, Taylor, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yes, 2 questions. Isn't that amazing? I know, right, Greenie Joey? That's so sweet. I love that. Love, 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 love. While I let Green Eyed Devil. Oh God, hold on. Y'all give me just a minute. Y'all, I gotta check on something. Give me just a minute. Okay. All right. Everything's okay. All right. So I'll look at your near future. You did, Taylor? Okay, good deal. All right. Let me look at Green Eye Devil's near future. Tell me about Green Eye Devil's near future. The near future. You didn't, it didn't go, if it'll, when it goes through, you'll actually get an email. Go back over and just make sure that you clicked, you know, all the way through the process. Sometimes that is the thing. All right, tell me about Green Eye Devil, near future. The near future for Green Eye Devil. 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 What does she need to know about the near future? The near future. Why is that? Why is that? Oh my God. Oh gosh, are you kidding me? All right. So, Green Eyed Devil, I have somebody popping up in your energy. We're going to pull several scenarios, but the first thing I have is there is someone reaching out to you. This should be fun. This should be fun. Everybody buckle up whenever I tell Green Eyed Devil this message. They're reaching out to you, somebody that you've not heard from, so that you can apologize to them. Because they're expecting an apology. For rejecting them. I have earth energy. I have earth energy. This person is convinced you are their soulmate. Greedy Joey. She will when donkeys fly. I'm going to pull again. I know, right? Let's see what else. What else is in the near future for GED? It's unmitigated goal. You know what's going to happen, Green Eyed Devil, with regard to that one? The tables are going to turn. That person, and I know this is not what you're wishing on anyone because I know how you roll. But you're gonna literally visualize that person experiencing the consequences of yucky behavior. I literally saw the tables turning. All right, I literally saw the tables turning on that. Okay, just so you know. What else can I see for Green Eyed Devil? Near future. Right, Greeny Joey? I know. What else is in Green Eyed Devil's future? What's meant for you, you won't miss. What's meant for you, you will not miss. I feel like there may be, and I don't even feel like this is romance. What I feel like is that I don't know what this missed opportunity is. Okay. It could be a job or money or something. But what's meant for you will not pass you by. Um, there's something here to remain optimistic about. And Green Eye Devil, you're the numerologist. Nines. I've got nines here all over. Um, oh my God, you're completing a cycle. You're leveling up. All right. There's something that you're done with. There's a lesson you're completing. You're finished with some sort of lesson. This is graduation time, next level stuff. Rite of passage with the world card. What's this about? You're leveling up in terms of romance. Your next romantic partner is going to be a completely different vibe than all of your previous ones. This part is about romance. I was wrong. This part is about romance. Okay. You're leveling up, and your next lover, I believe, is your one. Shut the front door. No way. He is? He's a nine? Oh my God. Well, he's coming out in your reading. Oh, are you, Stacy? That's crazy. That's what's here. That's what's here. Um, I think that's who's here in your reading. And I know you were going to ask about this guy, but I think he's already shown up. But we can I know I've got chills too. I didn't know. I mean, you probably may have told me his life path, but I didn't remember that. I don't think you even told me that. Hey, Melissa, what's up, beautiful? You're gonna be in a happy relationship with him. I love that. You still want me to read about the Taurus? Green Eyed Devil? Because I can. Phoenix. 9 means big feet. Wow, Mercury and Leo lady. Wow. But what you want me to read about next, Green Eyed Devil? Do you want me to read about the Taurus or tell me? Because I can delve into that. Okay. Tell me about this Taurus. Tell me about this Taurus. Toward Green Eyed Devil. Tell me about this Taurus. 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 He's very sexually attracted to you. This Taurus is going to be one that likes to go, one that's on the go a lot, more active. I feel like he's got fire in his chart somewhere. He's got a youthful energy. Tell me about this Taurus. Taurus is a hard worker. You need to know that. I feel like Taurus is definitely not lazy. Definitely a hard worker. I'm getting very solid on that. I'm also getting that Taurus, the issues around Taurus is, if he has any issues, it's around rejection. All right. If he has any issues, that's what it is. However, I do feel like he wishes for something. He's telling me he has never met anyone like you. What else can you tell me about Taurus? He thinks you're gorgeous. He thinks you're fine as hell. He thinks you're fine as hell. He thinks you got it going on. He ain't wrong. You do have it going on. He thinks you got it going on. He is so into you. All right, Queen of Wands. He definitely wants something with you. He definitely sees this going somewhere. Why? Okay, why the tens? And they're not in a bad way. It's not like completion type stuff. Empress, he sees you. I'm telling you, he sees you as life partner material. Now we've got tens. Because we're going from the Nine of Cups to tens. We've got the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Wands. He's willing to do whatever it takes. So we're going from 9 to 10. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but in tarot, that's like, you know. That's what I got. Three of Wands. Ten of Pentacles. You got all the tens here. You've got all the tens. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Swords reversed, Ten of Wands in the upright. That's insane. That is interesting. I agree. So that's pretty powerful. I love that. Phoenix, I need the life path of my battery powered boyfriend, right? That's what I got around I like the Taurus. I like the Taurus. I like him. It is. It is, and I agree. It's pretty crazy. And Shar, thank you for that. That is just so precious of you. See, he just popped up out of nowhere. I love that. So freaking happy for you. All right, we're on Jessica next. But I hope that gave you some insight, Green Eye Devil. That, you know, that's the first time I pulled cards on him for you. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, you know what, Laura? I need to put you on the list. You're on my list on my paper, but you're not on my list on the screen. Oh, Heather, yours just came through. You're after Laura. Hey, Geraldine, how you doing? Good to see you. I know. So, Heather, let me put you on my paper. All right, next up is Jessica. Here we go. Let me timestamp for Jessica. All right. Jessica is Aries Sun, Scorpio Rising, Gemini Moon. Amazing placements. What is something I get to look forward to for the rest of April in this new moon? All right, let's see what's up. Great question. What can Jessica look forward to relative to the rest of this month and this amazing, intense Aries new moon energy? Tell me what Jessica has in store to look forward to for the rest of April. Tell me what Jessica has to look forward to, please, for the rest of April. It did take forever, Heather. I'm so sorry. It sometimes takes a little,
Motion detected near front yard camera.
All right. Tell me what Jessica has to look forward to for the rest of April. The rest of April for Jessica, please. The rest of April for Jessica. Oh, you're going to find out the truth once and for all. Listen, this is actually good. There is something here, Jessica, that you have been. Oh, this. I was just thinking about your reading, your recent personal reading. There is something here that you have been pondering about. I think you don't trust your intuition, is what I think. Seven of Swords, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, all mind stuff, all air energy. But hear me out. The Seven of Swords, there's a situation that you didn't feel sure about, that you may have not trusted, but I feel like in this case, it may have been your intuition, okay? I'll clarify that Seven of Swords, but you're going to find out the truth and get the clarity you need. The Ace of Swords is also a breakthrough. It can also be triumph over adversity. All right. But there's a situation, Page of Swords, that you feel like you're having to monitor. Okay. And keep tabs on. And I don't know that that's a bad thing, but I absolutely feel like you're going to get some clarity. There's a win for you here. Here's a win. Wow, wow, wow. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords, please. What's in her brain? Clarity. Tell me about the Seven of Swords as it relates to Jessica. Hey, Ariane. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Give me some clarity on the Seven of Swords for Jessica, please. You've got a wish coming. There's something you've been wishing for. You've got a wish coming true. God, there's that Queen of Swords again. Jessica, woo! Expect the truth and you will get it. Okay, I'm going to try to talk. I feel like this is about what we talked about today on email and in your reading. Okay, expect the truth, expect compliance, expect the best out of the situation behaviorally, and you will get it. Set the standard and expect it, monitor it, and then when it happens, positive reinforcement. Okay. But there's definitely, God, there's a new start. Oh my God. There's a new start, and there's a game. This is a game changer, Jessica. The Ace of Wands is like a game changer, and the Ace of Swords is like triumph over adversity, win, the breakthrough, the aha moment, the eureka, the clarity. I see how I can do this. Here's the solution. You're gonna absolutely okay. I'm getting something else too. Okay, with regard, and this is about that situation, right? And hear me out. The Emperor in reverse came out, and the Empress in the upright, and that's not problematic to me. And here's why: because context. Okay, you're the Empress. The Empress is maternal energy many times. Okay, when you have someone that is a son that you are raising, they're not going to be an emperor yet. Okay, but you're raising them to be. And so the emperor is in the reverse because he is an emperor in the making. And you, as the empress maternal energy, are going to nourish and nurture and bring that to fruition and bring that emperor out in this young man. Expect him to grow into an emperor, and he will. This is amazing. It's beautiful. I hope that gave you some clarity. Is there anything else? You've got to listen. I also feel like this. What is the word that I'm looking for here? Your judgment is going to be key in navigating right now. You, as the mom, are going to have to rely on your intuition to guide you in this path, in this journey that we're talking about. Okay. Trust it. Not okay. When it comes to raising kids, one size does not fit all. What works for one may not work for another. And I'm not saying don't turn to people for ideas and read books and all that. Yes. But at the end of the day, one size does not fit all. At the end of the day, your intuition as the mom, if you will tap into that, is going to be the source of the clarity that I see here, the Ace of Swords. And it's going to come from you. The answers you have are in you. The answers you need, rather, are in you. That's what I meant to say. I got tangled up in my words. I hope that helps you, Jessica. And you are welcome. You are absolutely welcome. You're absolutely welcome. And a lot of this, even though you're feminine, you're raising a son. Yes. One thing that's super important, if we want our children to walk like an empress or an emperor, we have to walk like that because they are watching. We may think they're not, but they absolutely are. Jessica, do you know that song from Into the Woods? There's a musical production called Into the Woods, and Bernadette Peters sings this song in there, and it is called Children Will Listen. Careful the things you say, children will listen. It's a short song, and you can find it on YouTube, and I would recommend that you look for that. And because they are listening and they are watching. They make you think when they're teenagers. They'll make you think they're not, but they are. They absolutely are. So yeah, he's listening and he's watching. So I hope that helps you. And yeah, look that up. Children Will Listen, Bernadette Peters. I think Barbara Streisand may have done that song too. And I love Barbara Streisand, but in this particular song, I like it better when Bernadette does it. Anyway, there's two parts. The backstory in that is she's raising a daughter, Bernadette Peters, in that production. Okay. And she gets frustrated because she feels like her daughter's not listening. And the first part is she's frustrated and she's angry, and it's called lament, Lament. And she's ranting because children don't listen. They never listen. We try to tell them, we try to keep them from making mistakes. And then as the production goes on, as the story goes on, the daughter comes around and starts to, do right. And then Bernadette Peters sings the song "Children Will Listen" because she realizes that, her daughter was listening. Anyway, that's the backstory. So I hope that helped. I know I went long on that, but it's a mom thing. It's a mom thing. All right. So just to give you kind of a context of that song, right? But I loved Into the Woods. I saw it off Broadway. All right. Donita, you are up. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. This is Chef Nail's mom. Nail's mom. Okay. And let me timestamp for Donita. Here we go. All right, here we go. So Donita asks my purpose. Okay, so let's see. All right, so Donita is a Virgo Sun, Leo Moon, and Venus, Aries Mars, and Gemini rising. Donita, you doing all right? You're in your Mars return right now, so it's some intense energy because the planet of Mars is transiting your natal Mars placement. So yeah, not to mention 82 other planets. Nonetheless, Donita, are you here? Because this is something that I can absolutely answer better without tarot cards than with. Okay. Tarot cards really cannot answer what is your purpose. Okay. I feel like I have a greater purpose than what I'm doing now. I just don't know where to start. And I absolutely, you're welcome, Jessica. But there is a way to find your purpose. And you are probably destined for deeper than where you are, particularly if you're feeling that. Okay. That is the pull to go inside. All right. That is the pull to do inner work, meditation, shadow work. And some of shadow work is healing, but not all of it. All right. So it's time to get serious about your spirituality. That is going to help you to find your purpose. Okay. That is going to help you to find your purpose. You've got to get to a place of deep self-awareness. And in doing so, that's where you're going to meet yourself. You've got to find yourself before you find where you're supposed to go. And you've got to really have a lot of self-awareness. And that comes through shadow work, meditation. Okay. So as far as knowing where to start, the only person that can answer the question of your purpose is your higher self. That's the only one. You can get some clues if you look into your birth chart, okay? You can get some clues there. But, I'll be honest with you, Donita, I found my purpose through inner work. And then later, when I started to understand astrology and my own birth chart, I realized that it was right there in my birth chart and I just didn't see it because I didn't understand astrology. So I had actually found it first by doing the inner work. And that's how you're going to be able to find it. That's how you're going to be able to find it. And that is the key to deepening. You would ask, how can I deepen my spiritual connection and gifts? That is how. And I'm going to talk a little bit more deeply about that, okay? Our spiritual gifts channeling, intuition, psychic abilities, clairaudience, all the clairs, okay? All of that comes from our subconscious, okay? The subconscious is what connects us to the divine. Subconscious. So the more tapped in you are to the subconscious, the more powerful your intuitive abilities, your spiritual gifts will become, okay? And the subconscious and the shadow are the same thing. So when we do shadow work, part of that is healing, but there is much more to shadow work than that, okay? But the more time that we spend meditating and doing inner work, shadow work, okay, the better our gifts will become, the more powerful our gifts will become, the more intuitive we'll become, the more downloads and visions and dreams and all of those sorts of things that we will become. And you will have much more of a discernment. When you spend time in meditation, that is like hanging out with your soul or your higher self. And that is how you develop that relationship with your higher self. And your higher self, the voice of your higher self and the voice of your intuition is the same thing. And all of that stuff comes from tapping into the subconscious, the shadow self. The shadow self is where all the hidden talents are. And this is not hokey stuff that I'm telling you. Everything I'm telling you is actually where spirituality, and mental health comes and joins hands. Everything I'm telling you is based on the teachings of Carl Jung, Jung, mental health pioneer, and also an occultist. And many modern day mental health treatment modalities are literally tied into Jung, his findings, his views, and that sort of thing. Okay. So tarot, I mean, I could pull tarot cards for you, but quite honestly, it's just tarot reads energies on what we specify. It's not going to just tell you, go in this direction. You're meant to be a doctor. You're meant to be a shaman. You're meant to be a tarot reader. You're meant to be a psychic. You're meant to be a nurse. It's not going to tell you your life purpose, but it will read the energies around what you are and where you need to go and what you need to know about particular situations, okay? And we actually explain that in the description of where you book the reading under the terms and conditions. So that's why we tell you we can't really tell you your purpose with tarot cards, but you can tell yourself your purpose, all right? But see, tarot cards, it really doesn't have like life paths, okay? But you can find out a lot in learning your birth chart and in learning numerology, all of that. You can have like numerology readings, okay? I think Green Eyed Devil may start doing those. She's phenomenal at that. And I do chart readings as well. But what I definitely recommend that you do is get on a shadow work journey ASAP and regular meditation. And you don't have to be a meditation guru and meditate for 30 minutes, especially when you first start. Okay, 30 seconds is something. If you don't meditate at all and you start with 30 seconds, that's a start. All you got to do is just something. Okay. Yeah, literally. And Green Eye Devil says you can find your life purpose in your chart. That is literally your cheat sheet. That's our blueprint. That is our makeup. That is everything. It tells you your strengths, your inherent strengths, your weaknesses, your challenges, the things that you came here to learn, and the things that you came here to do. And numerology goes hand in hand with that. And that is often why, I like looking at both of those things, right? I may do that. Greenie Joey. Thank you for that. But at any rate, I hope that helped you, Danita. I hope that helped you. All right. Let's see. Yes, everything is translated from numerology and will translate identical to numerology. It is so unbelievable how true that is. Like, it's uncanny. It's just uncanny. It's crazy. All right. Marion is up next. Here we go, Miss Marion. All right, and Miss Marion had a yes or no question. She is a Gemini. She's a fellow Gemini. Are you Scorpio lady? Okay. She's a fellow Gemini asking for a very close friend. How is she really doing? Will life get better for her? Let's find out. Let's find out what you need to know about your close friend. Tell me about Marion's 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 close friend. Marion the Gemini, tell me about her close friend. Is she going to be okay? Tell me about Marion's close friend. Tell me about Marion's close friend. Eh. Tell me about Marion's close friend. Four of Wands. She seems to have everything together, but she is feeling, she feels like she's having to pick up the slack in a situation. She's got it together, but she feels like she's having to pick up the slack in around home and family. I don't know if that makes sense or not. And I kind of get the impression that she feels alone. Yeah, she's not getting any help. What I feel like is this. It could be that she's a parent and she's there. Okay, there's a male and a female here. She's the female, and she's coming in as the Empress in the upright. There's a male that's in the Emperor in the reverse that is not pulling their weight, okay? I don't know if she is with someone and they're not pulling their weight, or if she's having to do both jobs by herself, or what, but she feels very unappreciated, all right? She feels alone. She feels very alone, and she also feels like she feels unappreciated. I don't know if this makes sense to you or not. Like nobody really recognizes what she does. Wow. She dreams of being able to go and do things, but she feels like she can't. So she tries to just not think about it and just carry on. She very much, I think if she has children, she very much loves them. All right. There's somebody here that she loves a lot. And it may be, who does she love? Children. And she does not feel appreciated by children either. So I think this may have a lot to do with that. So she's okay, but she feels alone and underappreciated. And I hope that that helps you, Marion, and just kind of knowing where she's at. I think she's okay. I just think it's really tough for her. And you'll have to let me know, Marion, if this made sense to you. All right. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Good to see you. All right. Next up is Grace. Oh, Rachel booked too. All right, let me update. Let me also check on something real quick. I need to check my quantities real quick. Me too, Greenie Joey, me too. All right. Next up is Grace. Okay. Let's see what we got, Love Bug. All right, Grace. So Grace, I don't know, Green Eye Devil. I don't even know that there's kids. The cards were saying that. But Grace is a Capricorn asking, I'm debating whether I'm going to do further studies or become a travel RN. All right, so what we're going to do, Grace, is we're going to do a comparative shuffle. We're going to do two different spreads. One, I'm going to look at going for further studies, one about becoming a travel RN, and we'll find out what the energies look like for both scenarios for you. How do things look for Grace to further her studies? How do things look for Grace to further her studies? How do things look for Grace to further her studies? How do things look for Grace, the Capricorn, to further her studies? I think they do, CJ. I think they do. How do things look for Grace to further her studies? How do things look for Grace to further her studies? It looks tough. It looks hard. It looks hard. I think it would require you to really stay on top of your game. Why am I picking up that furthering your studies, there's something cutthroat in school about that? I think it would pay off financially, but I think it would be a really, really tough process. I get that it's cutthroat. I get that it's very competitive or cutthroat. I do think the money would come through for you, and it would open up some doors for you for sure. So, from that respect, I think it would pay off, but I think the process itself would be difficult. Very difficult, okay? Exhausting. Now, what I also and I feel like it would take all of your strength and energy, which is, I mean, that's school, and I get that. But that's what I see there. So the money would be good. It would open up some doors for you, and I think after it was over, I think you would have a lot of happiness. I think it would open up some doors right now that are not closed, that are not open for you right now. Now, let's look at the possibility of being a travel RN. What about being a travel RN? The money looked really good on furthering your education. I will tell you that. The outcome was like the Eight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, both in the upright. Now, what about traveling nurses? What about traveling nurses? What about traveling nurses? What about traveling nurses? What about doing travel? What about doing travel? What about doing travel? There's such a demand for them, though, Green Eye Devil. It's not competitive in traveling nurses. There's much higher demand than there is supply for that. That's why they make such good money. What about traveling nurses? I mean, they make fucking bank. So the money looks good here as well. I think the environment may be difficult. And that makes sense to me with what I know about traveling nurses, because sometimes some of the places that you work at are tough for one reason or another. And you might find yourself having to look over your shoulder a lot. But I do feel like that you could literally write your ticket in that area and decide what you would have much more of a say about your future, and there's a lot of money in it. 10 of Pentacles here, but you would literally have a lot of say, a lot of leeway, a lot of leverage in getting what you want. As you know, Grace, there's just such a high demand for travel nurses that you can pretty much just set your own terms and do what you want, pretty much where you want, right? But in many ways, it would be a fresh start. It would give you a lot of financial stability. Absolutely. It's a leap of faith with the Fool card here, but I kind of feel like that's what's calling you. You'll have to let me know if that makes sense. But that's what I see. I don't think either is altogether bad. I don't think either is altogether bad, but I think this would give you more control and more autonomy. Both look good financially. The school short term looks tough, but that's what I see. So I hope that gives you some clarity of what the cards are saying. Well, not just that, CJ. Sometimes it goes, beyond that. But because it's often working in hospitals where it's hard to recruit people to work for one reason or another. So they can be short staffed. It can be challenging populations, challenging area of town. But that's what I got. Let's go to Ariana. Oh, let me add Rachel to the list. That's you, Scorpio lady? Okay. CJ, that's hilarious. All right, so let's see here. Let's go to Ariana. And let me timestamp for Ariana too. All right, here we go. All right, so Ariana is a Scorpio. I'm good, and I'm good. Curious about my business, prosperity, clients. Okay, but see, yeah, this is general advice. Starting college, going to apply. That's so exciting. That's so exciting. All right, let's see if we can get some advice for you, Ariana. What advice do you have for Ariana, the Scorpio? What do you have for Ariana, the Scorpio? What advice do you have for Ariana, the Scorpio? What advice do you have for Ariana, the Scorpio, please? What advice do you have for Ariana, the Scorpio? What advice do you have for Ariana, the Scorpio? What advice do you have for Ariana, the Scorpio? This is really pretty cool. Ariana, this is such an interesting thing, and it probably does very much tie into some things that you said. In our lives, we are sometimes, thank you, Marianne. In our lives, we are sometimes surrounded by doo-doo heads. Ariana, you know me. I know you watch me. Sometimes we have doo-doo heads around us, and that's okay. The good news is that we have good eggs around us too. And sometimes life can have circumstances that are doo-dooey and crappy. And sometimes there are things that are just ridiculously amazing. And at any given time, life is not 100% either one of those things. Okay? Most times, there's going to be a few knuckleheads in my energy, but at the same time, there's going to be some amazing people. Most times, you know, if I'm having a challenging thing going on in my life, there are so many good things going on at the same time, right? And that brings me to the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is such an interesting card, okay? It's always pictured with 5 cups. 3 are turned over, and those are the ones that this guy is looking at. But behind him, can you see behind him in this picture? There are 2 cups here that are upright, that are glowing and overflowing with good things, whatever those things are, okay? But he's focused on this yucky shit, right? Now, the problem with being overly focused on the yucky shit is that we'll manifest more yucky shit. It's wherever we're focused. Wherever we focus our energy, that's where energy flows. What is it they say? All right. So what I want you to do is turn around. And I want you to look at those cups that are sitting there full. Okay? I want you to, and look, there's always one thing. There's always something. Maybe it's your health. Maybe you ate something really yummy today. Maybe the sun's out. Maybe it's raining and it's cooling things off. There's always something. There's always something. There's always something we can focus on and go, wow, that is really, I've got so much to be grateful for. If we are in, you know, the vibration of gratitude, we're going to manifest more reasons to be grateful. We're going to manifest better life experiences. That is a small part of manifestation tips and tricks. Nonetheless, that is going to be the game changer. Ace of Pentacles here. That's the new start. That's the new leaf. All right. That's going to be the game changer. Yes, 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 absolutely. It's just changing what you're focused on. Okay.
Motion detected near driveway camera.
Okay. And at any rate, starting college, going to apply, that's your Ace of Pentacles. That's your Ace of Pentacles. That's your stability. I will also tell you this. You've got another card here, the Five of Cups here in the reverse. And what that is telling you is this. You are absolutely not going to miss what is for you. You're not. It's impossible. It's impossible. You're always getting what you're supposed to get. So maybe that's about college apps. Maybe you apply to 3 different colleges and your favorite one you don't get into and you scratch your head and you might want to, you might want to just focus on what didn't come through. But there is some reason, if I'm just using that as an example, there's some reason that a college won't work out. There's some, and that, I'm not saying it won't. I'm using that as a hypothetical. This could be anything. This could be lovers. This could be friends. This could be places to live. Okay. It could be anything. We don't know. But I promise you this, every time, I will be 62 next month, Scorpio lady. Every time I have had something that didn't work out that I was really hoping for, something better came along and I was glad it didn't work. Every time. Every time. With love, with friends, with career. Every time I had a friend walk away from me, a lover walk away from me, a career move not work out, something better happened, and I was glad that happened. Every time. I cannot think of a time. I cannot think of a friend that is not with me anymore that needs to be. I cannot think of a lover that I want back. I cannot think of a work situation that I want back. There is no missed opportunities. Lessons. Good. And I'm proud of you for that. I'm super proud of you. So now we're all going to school with you. So you have to keep us posted. That's the rules. We do things together here at the cottage. When somebody goes in a relationship, we all do. We all invest and we all celebrate, wins. So keep us posted and let us know when we can celebrate for you, because that's going to happen. That's absolutely going to happen. I saw it with the Ace of Pentacles. Absolutely. So I hope that helped you. I hope that helped you. And by the way, I love your name. Ariana is beautiful. All right. Well, thank you. How are you doing, Halloween R5? It's good to see you, love. Happy new moon. All right. Danka. Danka. Oh, thank you, Scorpio lady. Thank you. All right. So Danka is an Aries. Will the person I'm thinking of return? And what is the advice? So let's find out for you, love. Tell me what Danka needs to know about this person that she has on her mind. What is the next action of this person? There she is, Needlewoman. How you doing, love? Will this person return? Will this person return? What is this person's next action? Take care, love bug. What is this? Okay. What is this person's next action toward Donka? The Aries. What is this person's next action toward Donka? The Aries. Do we see a return? Do we see a return? Do we see a return? Well, thank you. What in the King of Cups in reverse is going on? Yes, I do see a return. I do see a return. Okay, let's talk about it, Donka. I'm going to tell you what I've got. We're going to clarify and go deeper on this, but I'm going to tell you what I have so far. So the jumper, because there was a jumper card, the jumper was the Four of Cups in the reverse. And what that speaks to is somebody feeling like they blew it, they fumbled you, they missed out, regret. The King of Cups is here in the reverse. That's bothersome to me, and that I know I want to drill down on. We have the Death reverse. That's definitely a comeback around card. And we have the Eight of Pentacles in the upright, which suggests that this person will want to work on things. The King of Cups in reverse is bothersome because sometimes that can be somebody who lacks emotional maturity, fears emotional vulnerability, can be emotionally manipulative. The King of Cups can be problematic when it's in the reverse. But the short answer is yes, I do see a return. I want to see, I think when we drill down on this King of Cups in reverse, I think we're going to get advice for you. Okay. So let's see what we can find out. That's my problem right now. And I want to see about this King of Cups in reverse and what this is trying to tell me. Okay. Hey, Grace. Yes, both are good opportunities. I agree with you on that. All right, tell me more about this King of Cups in the reverse. Tell me more about this King of Cups in the reverse. Tell me about this King of Cups in reverse, please. Okay. So we have the Ace of Cups and the Five of Swords and the Two of Wands. And what that is telling me is a bit of manipulative energy from this person. And especially with the Ace of Cups coming out in a person that you have history with. Sometimes, and in this case, yes, this person will want to sweep the past under the rug like it never happened and minimize it, deflect. You're remembering it wrong. You know, there's a lot of manipulation, especially around the past. Okay, it's like just forget about the past, right? Thank you. Only one Azure. Thank you for that. So I think the problem here is whatever happened in the past between you guys, whatever this person did, whether it was lying or cheating or leaving you or, you know, whatever kind of thing this person did, they're not going to want to really own. They're not going to really want to take responsibility for those things. They're going to try to sweep this stuff under the rug. Okay. And the problem is when we let somebody get away with that, that means that they're very, very, very likely to do it again. So that's the problem. And I'm not crazy about that energy for you. Well, hey, Robert, how you been? But I'm not crazy about that energy. So that would be the fly in the ointment on this thing. That would be the problem, Donka. So, and let me say this, Donka, I did a video maybe a week or two ago. It's been within the last couple of weeks about the difference in being forced to take responsibility versus owning it before you are, where you just have to back somebody in a corner about it. Oh, that works, Robert. Hey, email me if you want with your questions. Did you get my email, Robert? But anyway, that's the problem. That's the problem. And so that's what I see. That's what I see. That's the deets. You let me know, Needle Woman, if that sounds probable for your person, and we'll go from there. Let me know if that makes sense for you. Mac Daddy in the house, Green Eye Devil. She loves to tease you, Robert. Anyway. Oh, wow. She just told me. I'm just seeing this, Needle Woman. He always comes back, but you're right. Totally not emotionally available and very manipulative. Oh, my God. So that's what you'll get. That's what you'll get. And so I would say this, Needle Woman. It's a perfect time to break free with this Aries. You scream for green. I love that. It's a perfect time to break free, Needle Woman, and set intentions on something new and do some shadow work and heal that part of you that is hung up on this guy. All right. That's what I feel. Green Eye Devil, you're so crazy. But anyhow, I hope that gave you some clarity, Donka. Let me know. You're absolutely spot on. The last argument was me saying he never takes responsibility. Oh my God, and accountability for anything. Everything is always someone else's fault, sweeps things under the rug. Oh my God. So we actually nailed it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, he may be one of those always the victim, never the villain, except really he can be quite the villain, right? I love that. I just want him to come back so I can say karma is a bitch because my life is good and his sucks. There you go. There you go. I'm glad that helped you, Needle Woman. And thank you for booking, too. Appreciate you. As always. Let's see. So, Laura Boo. Yes, I can definitely do that for you, Miss Laura. Let me timestamp for Laura. All right, here we go. What does Laura the Gemini need to know? What does Laura the Gemini need to know? What is it that Laura the Gemini needs to know? What is it that Laura the Gemini needs to know? What is it that Laura the Gemini needs to know? What is it that Laura the Gemini needs to know? need to, this is going to sound crazy. Laura, there's something around your money. Here's what I think. I think you need to audit your accounts. Do you know what I mean by that? Your bank accounts. You need to audit your bank accounts. You need to look for fuckery. That's not all I'm going to pull for you, but either that or you need to guard your money as far as spending. Maybe it's your credit cards. I don't know. Or maybe you need to check your credit. Maybe there's an account open in your name. All right. I'm not sure what it is, but there's something you need to look. You need to do a deep dive. You can do a free credit report. I want you to look at what shows up on there. I also want you to scan your activity in your bank accounts and your credit cards and stuff like that. Okay. The other thing I want you to do is audit your budget and look at your spending. And because there's some outflows that it could be outflows that this is talking about. All right. But I kind of feel like there's something you need to keep an eye on. All right. What else does Laura need to know? What else does Laura need to know? Okay. Well, you know, we love spending money, Geminis, but you've got a Capricorn placement, but I would like to tell you that my Capricorn moon helps me, but not as much as it needs to. But there we go. What else does Laura need to know? Your life cup is not for just anyone. Okay. Credit. Okay. Your love cup is not for just anyone. That also came out. Be discerning. Your life cup is not everybody gets your heart. You're not, look, this is King of Swords. Not everybody gets Laura's heart. Hell no. That King of Cups came in out as sideways. And you know how I look at sideways is like the challenge. And the King of Cups has a cup that he is careful about who he offers it to, right? Head over heart decision sometimes, okay? Not everybody gets Laura's heart. Hell no, that's a privilege. That's another thing that came out. You're getting like many messages, Laura. What else? Don't let people mistake your kindness for weakness. Don't let people mistake your kindness for weakness. This is crazy. Laura, I keep going back to your money and guarding your money and boundaries around your money. And I don't think this is from your own spending. I also feel like this is your energy too, just access to your energy, guarding your energy. In other words, like for example, here's an example. Close friend trauma dumps on you all the time. They walk away feeling better. You walk away feeling like shit. No. And that's not to say we can't befriend people and support people through problematic times. But you know the type I'm talking about that just every time you're around them, they're just trauma dump, trauma dump, trauma dump. Okay. I used to hang out with somebody here locally, and every time I would be around her, she would be bitching about her family and all this. And I'm just like tired of hearing it, the same old thing. And I just quit dealing with them. But, you know, that's my point, right? But you need some strong boundaries around access to your energy, not just romantically, but otherwise. All right. Not everybody gets access to your energy because you can absolutely deplete yourself and it doesn't even accomplish anything, right? Yes, exactly, Green Eye Devil. Exactly. So that has come out regarding your energy and your money. Okay, your energy, your effort, and your money. And it's time to start asking your question, is this really helping? Am I really helping? Like, for example, the person that I told you about that used to trauma dump on me all the time. All right. I'm like, am I really helping her by sitting here listening? Because she's not taking my advice. She's not doing anything any different. And all that's happening is at the end of the time that we're together, I feel like shit and she feels much better. But she doesn't implement any of my advice. That's not helping anything. So it was wasted effort. You see what I'm saying? So boundaries around yourself and, right, that. You know, it's okay if people are going through a rough time, but at the end of the day, you look for somebody to kind of pick themselves up at some point along the way, right? Yeah, you're just a band-aid for them to go back to whenever and do it all over again. Exactly. I have a friend. Yes. Leave me out of it. I'm not gonna be that person for you. And it got to where literally every time I was around that girl, it was like that. And I was just like, you got to go. You got to go. I've been giving her the same advice for 3 years and she's still gonna, and ain't done shit. I'm like, you ain't gonna do nothing but bitch. That's all you're gonna do. Yeah, Two of Pentacles here. It's all about balancing. And the Nine of Cups. It's all about balancing your energy. You only got so much of you to go around. Life can sometimes, especially for a single mom, life can sometimes feel like we're juggling plates in the air, right? But at the end of the day, you got to look at what makes sense for you to do, what makes sense for you to put your time, effort, and energy into, right? You got your priorities, yourself, your family, your kids, your work, all of those sorts of things. And of course, your spirituality. That's coming in just super strong. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? What's that about? I feel like you have a new lover coming. Two of Cups. I feel like you have a new relationship. All right. It is new. Yeah, it's new. Ace of Wands. Damn. Empress card. Damn. This is pretty amazing energy. You've got a relationship coming toward you going into my 9 year on my birthday. Oh wow. Okay. I'm in a 9 year right now, Laura. So I get it. I get it. I think after your 9 year, you'll start a new relationship that'll be pretty meaningful. You let me know if that makes sense. You've got to take care of Mama Bear too. That's another thing that I see here. You've got to keep the flame alive within yourself. And the way to do that is to nurture yourself. Yeah. So I hope that helps, Laura. Let me know if that helps you, love bug. Lots coming out for you. A lot of mini messages. That's crazy. You never know. But sometimes that's how it works, right? All right. And thank you, Laura, as always. Good. Oh, let's see. Kim booked. All right, let me add Kim to the list. Kim is after Rachel. All right. So we have Heather next. Heather, I don't know if she's here or not, or if she If not, she'll catch. I know because we timestamp, but let me timestamp. Let me get a sip of tea. Let me check my email real quick. Okay. All right, let's see what's up with Heather. All right, so Heather, we know, is a Scorpio. I did not know this. Sagittarius, Moon, and Venus. That is so, no wonder we like Heather. She's cheeky. I like Scorpios too, though. So, yeah. There she is. Hey, beautiful. All right. So, Scorpio Sun, Sag Moon, Sag Venus. Question is, what zodiac sun sign is my divine masculine twin flame soulmate? All right. So, I'm not crazy about telling you this stuff because this is so contingent on free will, Heather. But what I may do is give you some traits. How about that? How about that? Of what your life partner is likely to be like. And in doing so, we might be able to, and quite honestly, let's talk about the sun sign. Often, people, do you know, I do not act like a Gemini sun. I don't. I act like a Gemini rising. That's why I act like a Gemini, because I act like a Gemini rising. More often than not, people are going to embody energy very different than their sun sign, especially when you get to know them on a close basis. Sometimes you pick up the moon sign. Sometimes you'll pick up their stelliums, okay? Now, in my public persona, you guys are seeing Gemini rising. Now, Green-Eyed Devil is a close friend of mine. Y'all know that. I want Green-Eyed Devil to answer this question. Green-Eyed Devil, what part of my chart do you see the most? What part of my chart do you, because she is close to me, we talk daily, and because she is close to me, I want her to tell me what I'm like on a day-to-day basis. Am I like a Gemini? Am I like a Capricorn? Am I like a Pisces? Am I like a Scorpio? Because all of those things could come to play. See, she does. She acts like the most vibrant Capricorn I've ever seen, for real. There you go. And that's because that's my main sign. Yes. There you go. There you go. And it's my South Node. So that's why I say you can't always tell. And and I'm going to tell you, I have another friend who, I'm going to just be hypothetical. I have a friend who is an Aries sun, whose daughter is an Aries sun. My friend who is an Aries sun has an air moon and a lot of fire and air in their chart. The daughter is an Aries sun with a shit ton of water. They act totally different. They act totally different. The daughter, who is an Aries sun with a crap ton of water, is a lot different than the mom, who is an Aries sun with a lot of fire and air. So you've just got to look at the whole chart. So I would rather, Heather, tell you the traits, because I think that's going to be more useful for you and more meaningful. And it's going to tell you more about what to expect. Okay. So let's see what we can tell Heather about who she is going to end up with ultimately. Who is Heather going to end up with ultimately? Who is Heather going to end up with ultimately? Who is Heather going to end up with ultimately? Tell me about the traits of this person, the strengths, the weaknesses, all of that. Tell me about this person. The Taurus comes out a lot. Yeah, because I got a Taurus stellium. See? I do feel like that shows a lot. Oh. So what I get is this. This person is going to be hard to read. Hard to read. All right. They may seem a little bit aloof. Their love language is possibly different than many. So that lends itself to heavy Scorpio Capricorn energy. All right. Does that mean that's their sign? No, it just may mean they have a 10th house stellium or, Pluto in Scorpio or something like that. Okay. Or a very Saturnian type chart. Okay. So their love language, they're going to be super hard to read. Poker face. I do get a person that is impulsive. All right. I do feel like it is going to be a happy connection, and this person will be very nurturing toward you. Okay. I think this person is going to be very much about home and family. All right. That's going to be important to this person. This person is hard on themselves. That's another thing. Hey, Christy, the person is hard on themselves. And that could also indicate some Saturnian stuff, some Capricorn or Saturnian stuff in their chart. Okay. People with heavy Saturnian energy in their chart can be very tough on themselves. Now, Virgos can be tough on themselves too. So that could also come into play as well. Yeah, I feel like their love language is more about doing for you. That's what I'm picking up. I get this person being very generous as far as like they would be very quick to financially take care of you. I feel like this person is going to be able to financially do well for you and will be generous. That's going to be their love language. That's going to be their love language. It's interesting that would come out, Heather, because I was talking about Capricorn in my own chart, Capricorn moon, right? And I was reading something a while back about how Capricorn moms love. And this is me. It was me to a T. They ask their kids, "Hey, do you need any money? You got gas in your car? You got something to eat? You got groceries in your house?" That's how Capricorns love. So this is the type of love language that I'm picking up for this person. Now that may or may not mean Capricorn energy. It just may mean heavy Saturnian. It could also be heavy Virgo. Virgos are like that too. They can be very much in that way as well. They're an introvert. They are an introvert. They have accomplished a lot. They have done a lot of healing and a lot of inner work. All right. They have a lot of self-awareness. So this person reflects. This person does a lot of self-reflection. That's very healthy. That's a big plus. When that comes out, that's a major plus. That's a really, so I get an introvert. I get somebody that probably needs solitude to replenish. That's something that's going to be very important for this person. They reflect. There's a lot of inward energy. There's a lot of internalization with this person. They're going to be hard on themselves, quiet, introverted, generosity, making sure you have the things that you need. And they're just going to nurture you. And I feel like you're going to be very happy with this person. It's going to seem like this person is cold, and they're not. They're absolutely not cold. They're very loving. They care very deeply. They just have a very odd love language. And this sounds so Capricorn to me. I feel like if I had to put money on this, Heather, with what I'm seeing, I am feeling a very Saturnian heavy chart. And if that's the case, if that's the case, and everything else that I'm seeing here, this person takes their word very seriously. They would keep their word. They would kind of be more serious minded, disciplined, uh, and they just hold themselves to probably a ridiculously high standard. That's what I got. Heather, you tell me if this has given you some clarity of what you're looking for. You tell me if we got you. And hopefully I gave you more by doing that than just giving you a sun sign. Where is Heather? She may, let's see, there she is. That helps a lot. Okay, good. Good. I'm glad. I am so glad. They may not have Capricorn in their big three, but they're going to have a Saturnian chart. They're going to be Saturnian. You're welcome. You are absolutely welcome. You never know how those readings are going to go, Heather. Those are always like, okay, you know. All right, so Rachel is up next. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate you. Thank you for booking. Thank you for booking tonight. Appreciate you. Heather, that was a fun reading. Those can be hard sometimes, but that was fun. All right, let's do Rachel. All right, here we go. This is Rachel, who is a Gemini. Can you look into current love energies? Have I got a partner coming? Let's see what we've got for Rachel. What can I tell Rachel about the near future in romance? What can I tell Rachel, the Gemini, about the near future in romance? What can I tell Rachel about the near future in romance? Rachel, the Gemini. What can I tell Rachel? The near future in romance. Hang on. You've got two different people coming towards you. You have one that is more stable and a little bit slower, one that is a little bit faster that possibly might even be a fling. Tell me more about these two, please. All right, yeah. One of these is you're not going to vibe with them. All right, they're here for a good time, but not a long time. I don't see you really getting heartbroken over it. What I do feel like, though, is if you're not careful with that one, the one that's here for a good time and not a long time, don't get tangled up in that one. You're going to know because they've got a very chaotic and unstable and such energy. Okay, they could be very sexual. If you get too entangled with that person, it would be overburdening. It would be exhausting, literally. So just, if you mess with that person at all, just Gemini with them. Just stay in your Gemini air and realize it's just fun and that's all. Okay. Now, you have somebody coming in, and this could be after that. Okay, from a time standpoint, this person is a little bit of a slow mover. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. My cards are literally saying, don't make a rash decision about this first one that comes in, because that one you'll regret. You'll be glad you waited, because something better is coming, and it's the Knight of Pentacles. This could be somebody that you meet through work or something like that. But tell me more about this one. This one is going to find you so attractive. Oh my God. This one, there's a lot of chemistry. You're going to bring this person out. You think you already know the fling one. Oh, wow. The second one, the stable one, maybe a little bit quiet. You're going to pull this person out of their shell, Gemini. You're going to Gemini your Gemini energy. You're already detaching. There you go. Your Gemini energy, this other one that I see in your future, your Gemini energy is going to be like the thing that pulls them out of their shell. They're going to become more outgoing. It's like they're going to blossom. You're going to take a leap of faith with this one. You're going to take a leap of faith with this Knight of Pentacles. There may be an age difference between you and this person, but it's definitely a new one. It's definitely new. They're going to watch you before they come towards you. Hey, Derek, how you doing? So I like this energy. This person, again, I get an introvert. They're a very private person too. The Knight of Pentacles, very private person. I mean, I don't get that they're secretive. That's not what I'm getting at all. I just think they're very private, right? They don't advertise their business to anybody and everybody. But look, there's growth in it. I like this one. Good God, Rachel. That's the Empress card. I love this one. This person is literally going to look at you and just go, she's so amazing. She's just so amazing. Look how beautiful she is. Look how amazing she is. I don't think this one's soon necessarily, but it's here for sure. I love that. Awesome sauce. You'll have to let me know if that helps you, beautiful. I love that. How amazing is that? It's beautiful. Derek, I hope you've been doing good. I think what we're going to do, yeah, it is. It is the Happy New Moon, Derek. Happy new moon. Hope you're doing good. All right. Let's do, here's what we're going to do. Before we read for Kim, and Kim is good, we're going to do some advice for Kim. Good. I'm glad. I hope that helped you, Rachel. I hope that helped you. But we are going to let Kim be last. And we're going to close mini readings. Let me go down here. All right, let me go over here. There we go. I think he's coming back. I think Robert's coming back. Let me put that right there. And then we're going to read for Kim. I hope you liked your reading. Let me put that down here. Let's see. Let's do this. That works. Okay. All right. So Kim, you are up next. And Kim is asked for advice. Let me go get the skinny on Kim. Kim is a Virgo. Virgo sun, Sag rising, Leo moon. Whatever comes out, please and thank you. We got you, love. All right. All right. What does Kim, the Virgo sun, Sag rising, need to know? What does Kim need to know? What advice does Kim need on this amazing new moon? What does Kim need to know on this amazing new moon? What does Kim need to know? What does Kim need to know? What does Kim need to know? Kim, you've got success. When you had a jumper that was the 10 of Pentacles, and then you've got the 6 of Wands here. I don't know what this is, but you're definitely leveling up in terms of career. I'm literally getting that you're going to have something where it may look a little bit risky, okay? There's a leap of faith around your career that you're going to take, and it's going to pay off in leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds, bounds and leaps and bounds. That is freaking amazing. I'm not sure what this is, but it's a new opportunity. It's new. Look, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. This is, okay, the Ace of Wands is about a passionate new beginning. that is, it's the game changer. It changed your entire lifestyle. And, the Fool card is an intuitive leap of faith. So your passion is calling you in some direction. I feel like this is career. Maybe you're starting a side hustle. If you are, it's going to grow and become your main hustle. There could be a promotion. Maybe you're going back to school. Whatever this thing is, this leap of faith that you're looking at, is definitely the way to go. And maybe I'm predicting something that you don't know about. Maybe this is going to cross your path, but look, your money's going to grow. Look, the ace of swords. It could be some sort of idea or brainstorm that you have. This is a win. This is triumph over adversity. It's a new direction. It's going to bring in money. You're okay, Baxter. It's going to bring in money. Crazy. This is a crazy good message for you, Kim. Oh my God. Look at this. I can't make Kim. Kim. Oh my God. This is a crazy good message. This is a crazy good message. Oh my God. Do it. Take the leap of faith. Do it. Beautiful. Oh my God. Powerful. I can't wait to hear what she says. That's beautiful. All right. So so who is here? Mod wise, I know Green Eye Devil, you're here. But what other mods are here still? Let me know. So Virgo, Sun, Sag, Rising are very good dressers. Really? That's interesting. There's Greeny Joey. All right, so I've got Green Eye Devil, Greeny Joey. CJ. Who else is here? Any other mods? And is Shar here by chance? Is Shar still around? All right. What does Greeny Joey need to know for this new moon? What does Greeny Joey need to know for this new moon? What does Greeny Joey need to know for this new moon? What does Greeny Joey need to know for this new moon? Greeny Joey, it's time for you to rest. It's time for you to nurture yourself. What's going on that you're not resting or you're not taking care of yourself? I'm getting the mind, body, and spirit thing. Relaxation techniques. Getting out in nature, being physically active, especially right now with all this stuff going on in Aries, that's going to help a lot. It's going to really help you. But so physical activity, getting out in nature, and then relaxation techniques. Okay. And of course, guided meditation, but just playing, that meditative music. They've got tons of it on YouTube that's for free, right? And you can just, gardening. There you go, Derek. But I feel like doing some things to take care of yourself mentally is going to help you rest and relax. And physical activity, getting out in nature, grounding, doing some grounding, all right? All of those things are going to help you to harness this very active energy, all right? Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad you slept. You probably needed it. My cards are saying, honor what your body is telling you. If your body tells you you need that rest, you do. You absolutely do. What else does Greeny Joey need to know? What else does Greeny Joey need to know? She's coming. Okay, good, Green-Eyed Devil. Good. Thank you. What else does Greeny Joey need to know? What else does Greeny Joey need to know? Hey, Shar! Hang out. Hang out. What else does Greeny Joey need to know? Anything else that Greeny Joey needs to know? You know something, Greeny Joey? Here's what I got. I think you've had some shit happen. Greeny Joey, you know how I am. I just blurted out. I think you've had some shit happen that didn't make any sense. And you're like, why did that happen? You're going to get your happiness. It's just going to come from another direction. You're going to get your abundance. In fact, more. You're going to get everything that's going to make you happy and more. It's just going to come in a way that you're not expecting. So you're going to be made whole. I don't know if this makes sense or not, but that's what I'm picking up. I hope that helps. That's what I got. That's what I got. All right. So Shar and CJ and Green Eye Devil, I'm going to pull for y'all. I'm going to pull for CJ next. CJ. What does CJ need to know? What does CJ need to know? What does CJ... Hold on. Be careful where you plant your seeds. Be careful what you nurture. Be careful what you give your energy to, for it will grow. Thank you, Greeny Joey. Be careful where you what plants you water. Be careful what seed you plant. Be careful what you give your energy to, for that is what will blossom in your garden. Make sure you can eat it. Make sure it's something that will keep you healthy. That's what I got when the Seven of Pentacles came out. Is there anything else for CJ? Is there anything else for CJ? Watch your words. Even kidding around. They have power. What else? What else? You have more control over your situation than you realize. You have more control over your situation than you realize. When you feel like you're out of options, you're not. Get creative, get resourceful, think outside of the box. There is always a way. I hope that helps. There is always a way. Wow, that confirmed everything I just said. The magician. You are the magician. You are the one driving your car. Go where you want to go. I love that. Shar, I'm going to pull for you in a minute. I wanted to pull for you, so thanks for popping in. But I'm going to get Green Eye Devil real quick first, and then I'm going to get. All right, give me some advice or observation. What does Green Eye Devil need to hear today? What does Green Eye Devil need to know today? What does Green Eye Devil need to know today? What does Green Eye Devil need to know? Your tough cycle is about to end. You're about to have a major breakthrough. I think this is in terms of success. Could be career. Could be career. You also have love coming. I think you have a fantastic career change that is, you little firecracker, calm down. I think you've got a celebration around career. And I think you've got this major breakthrough, like tough cycle ending. A tough cycle ending. I'm also getting, yeah, there's a new direction you're going in with your career. It's a leap of faith all day long. I also am getting advice of stealth. You know, the stealth thing of, and I know you do that anyway, but just to confirm, being careful who you share things with about your success, your career, etc., until you're where you want to be. But you do have a soulmate coming in, Two of Cups. Amazing relationship. Amazing. That's a breath of fresh air. That's a breath of fresh air. Equal give and take. Generosity is going to be this person's love language. That makes sense with the sun sign. I love that. Let's see about Shar. All right, Shar the star. Let me email Robert real quick. I know, wasn't that good? All right, let's see here. What did you do? Nothing. Nothing. All right. Shar the Aries. Shar the Aries. What does Shar need to know? Precious moments. Shar, I know a secret. What does Shar need to know? I do too, Green Eye Devil. I do too. What does Shar the star need to know? What does Shar the star need to know? Hold on a little bit longer, Shar. A little bit longer. That toxic situation, I feel like this is a workplace because there's a lot of pentacles here. Keep your head. Oh, especially right now in Aries season. Okay? Keep your head. Stay cognizant of the challenging energies right now, because you're going to want to pop off and it's going to drive you nuts. You're so close. You're almost at the end of the Seven of Pentacles of being able to wrap this up in this toxic workplace. Stay balanced. Keep your head. Think before you speak. You're going to be in such a better place. Ten of Pentacles. You're going to be in such, you're so close. You're so close to the breakthrough. Hell yes. I told you. Your breakthrough, you're about to end a tough cycle. You're about to dump this stuff. You're about to dump this stuff in a good way. So hold tight. Hold tight. Your patience is definitely paying off. I've got some excellent career news coming in. Anything else she needs to know? Baby, light at the end of the tunnel. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Stay optimistic. The breath of fresh air. Your sleepless nights, your frustrations, all of that. Feeling like you're all alone in this toxic mess. It's almost over. It's you. This is light at the end of the tunnel. It's a new day, really coming. You're going to be able to breathe. It's just, this is so, your tough times are, I see the end. I see the end in my cards, and I see a really happy, prosperous, abundant place. Crazy. Really, Green Eye Devil. Really? So you almost blew today? You almost blew? The volcano almost blew today. That's fair. That's fair, beautiful. I love that, CJ. That was amazing. You're so close, Shar. You were so close. Just one more hard push. You're almost there. You're almost home. You're not stuck there forever. Look, you got a celebration. You was, I was about to bring the place down. I heard that. Wow. Wow, Shar, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I didn't even know. I didn't know about that from today. You are welcome. I hope that helped you, beautiful. And thank you, Shar. I really do appreciate you so much. I really do appreciate you so much. It makes me so happy that you are a part of the inner circle. Oh, thank you, Derek. Thank you for that. No, because you and I, Green Eyed Devil, well, we have talked today, but not about that. We've been talking about other stuff. Like I've been driving Green Eyed Devil crazy with my ideas and stuff. Morella, thank you for that. By the way, you have a good weekend too, sweetie. I appreciate that. Um, thank you. Thank you for that. Oh Lord, I'm about to get sappy up in here. Let me get back in my Gemini mode. I got to get out of all that water. We don't do water. I love that, Shar. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for you. Did you? You know, I've practiced for a long time, but that's the first time I've ever like public recorded and like published it, a public recording of a ritual and put it like on the channel. I do them, you know, and I'll record them sometimes, but like I've never put one on the channel before. Yes, and that song is so cute. Have you sent it to her, Green Eye Devil? Have you sent the song over to Shar? It's so cute. Beautiful weather on the West Coast. It's been beautiful here too, Derek. It's been really nice in South Alabama the last few weeks, really. I did not remember that you're on the West Coast. Are you in Cali? I think that's cool, Derek. I've been to Cali once. Yes, I love it is a cute song, isn't it? It was so cute. It was so happy. I just loved it. It was a happy song. Happy, 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 happy. I know. But Canada. Okay, I gotcha. That's right. I remember now. I was thinking because I was like, I didn't have you pegged in the West Coast. I remember you talking about Canada now. So if you're up in that direction, you might see whales. Are you close enough to the coast that you see whales? I think that would be so amazing. Well, hey, Malie, how are you? Melly, oh, I'm saying I have murdered your name, and I'm so sorry. But good evening. How are you doing? How are you doing? Good to see you. We're just vibing for a minute, wrapping up. Yeah, that song was amazing. It was so cute. Green Eye Devil is so incredibly talented. I just love her. She's a lyricist, she's a songstress, all of it. She's very talented. But they are out there. Okay. Okay, Derek. That is so cool. I love that. Okay, it's Mel. Okay, it's Mel. Okay, thank you, Derek. Yeah, she is. She is. She's one of a kind. Best friend I've ever had. Just amazing. I've always wanted to go whale watching. I think I would enjoy that. I love all kinds of wildlife. It's ridiculous how much wildlife I love. Y'all notice, did y'all see my cats that I put on my community post the other day? I got new fur babies. I call them the purr babies. A little bit in shot with how accurate. Wow. That's crazy, Green Eyed Devil. That's crazy. And I had no idea. Rising Phoenix, what you doing? How are you doing? It is so good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. Happy new moon, Rising Phoenix. Happy new moon. I bet they are, Derek. You saw the cutie pies? Well, you notice Baxter is in here with me because he is, saying the cats, and I love them. They're fun, but cats are cats. And so they're not in here. They don't get to come in here when I read, but Baxter does. Right, Derek? I bet they are overwhelming. They're just so huge. But so Char, the one that's white and gray is named Spirit, and the one that's the solid gray tabby is named Sage. And Spirit is the big baby. He's the love bug. Oh, Rising Phoenix. Sending you lots of good energy. Lots of good energy. That's fair. Can't believe another surgery. Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that, Rising Phoenix. Um, That's the way. I don't know. Why am I getting that Earth, Wind, and Fire song? That's the way of the world. You plant your flowers. I don't know. I don't know that's the lyrics. Oh, God. Rising Phoenix. You could tell Spirit would be the one who wants to cuddle. He definitely is the cuddle bug. He is definitely the cuddle bug. He gets like, I'll be sitting on the couch. I'll be sitting on the couch and Spirit, the little one that's white and gray, he'll hop in my lap. And like, it doesn't matter if I've got my laptop in there working. He don't care. He'll just get right in there. He just gets right up at my chest. He's like, I don't care if you're trying to work. I want you to love on me. I know. I can't believe you're already looking at another one, another surgery. Sending you lots of love, Rising Phoenix. Your two kittens love to cuddle too. I'm glad you did, Rising Phoenix. Derek, what are your two kittens like? What do they look like? I hope so, Shar. He's a little bit of a mess. He's a little bit of a hot mess. Sage is. He's sweet, but he's definitely feisty. The Spirit is the love bug. You know, Spirit's kind of smart. I did not tell you this, Green Eyed Devil, but y'all want to hear something funny. So Sage, I've got the little laser pointer that I play with them. You know, the little red light lasers that they like. And Sage loves it. Like I'll play with Sage with it. So I was trying to play with Spirit with it the other day, and he just looked up at me and he looked at that thing. He looked at the laser pointer in my hand. Spirit did, the one with the white and gray. He looked at my laser, the actual device, and he's like, I know that's coming from there. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to chase that because I know it's just a light and that's the laser pointer and you got it in your hand. It was freaking hilarious. Green Eyed Devil. Hey, Rising Phoenix, do you see what Green Eyed Devil is saying? You know she's psychic, right? Rising Phoenix, Green Eyed Devil is psychic. Oh, wow. I do remember about Ma Kali. I do. There are no coincidences. I agree. I agree. You have a little plastic bat tied to a shoestring. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I don't think Sage has figured out the laser light, but Spirit has. Spirit looked at me like, "Do you think I'm stupid?" Both of the cats are Virgos, by the way. They're brothers, and they're both Virgos. Hey, no, Robert, you're fine. I finished up and I'm ready for you if you want. I am absolutely ready to read for you. You are not too late. You are right on time. Say he is a hunter. I agree. I call him Sagey Wagey. Early July. Yeah, they would be cancers. I do, CJ. Oh, wow. Rising Phoenix. Goodness. He saw the device but still chased the light. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see what's up. Let's see what's up with this mistake from work today, Robert. Hang on. All right, tell me. All right, let's see. Let's see about Rachel, and then we're going to see about Derek. I'm going to pull two different spreads. How will this affect Rachel? 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 How will this mistake affect Rachel? How will this mistake affect Rachel? How will this affect Rachel? How will this come out for Rachel? How will this affect Rachel? How will this affect Rachel? I think she's going to come out okay. I don't think, okay, I think she's going to, I think they're going to put her through her paces, but ultimately I get that she's going to be okay. I do think she's responsible, but I think she's going to come out of this unscathed. I want to look at how this is going to affect Daryl. How is this going to affect Daryl? How is this going to affect Daryl? How is this going to affect Daryl? And you're right, she is partly responsible at least. I feel like both of them are, but tell me how this is going to affect Daryl. How is this going to affect Daryl? How is this going to affect Daryl? How is this going to affect Daryl? He's going to be okay too. It's okay, so here's what I get. Between the two of them, he's coming out like Teflon Man. Robert, Daryl's coming out like Teflon Man. Rachel is going to get the brunt of it. I think she is going to be okay eventually, but I think it's going to take some time for her to. I think she's got some time that she's going to have to prove herself. So I don't think she's going to lose her job or anything, but I do think that she's going to catch the brunt of this. I get him coming out smelling like a rose. You're going to have to let me know, Robert, if that makes sense. But that's what I got. And you'll have to let me know if that makes sense to you. CJ, I know, right? That was funny. Don't worry about it. So, what I see is with Rachel, I see her being put through the ringer, called on the carpet, and just put through the ringer. I think she's going to be okay, but I think she's going to be put through the ringer a little bit. You're fine, Rising Phoenix. She's going to be put through the ringer. He's going to come out smelling like a rose. He's going to bounce right back from this, almost as if it doesn't even affect him. And I kind of feel like he could deflect responsibility onto her. He may do that, Robert. But for some reason, she's going to get the brunt of it. But he's going to come out Teflon Man. She'll be okay, but it's just going to take some time for her to overcome it. She's going to be okay too, but it's going to take some time. Oh, green-eyed devil. I'm glad to hear that because I'm in a 9-year too, and that explains a lot. Oh, wow, rising phoenix. It's based the year cycle is based on numerology. Um, rising phoenix, but I don't know how it's calculated. She's a Taurus, green-eyed devil. So she's coming up on the end of she's coming up on the end of a year cycle. She's coming up on a birthday because she's a Taurus. So her birthday will be this coming up season. Wow. Yeah, most definitely. Where did Robert go? Is Robert still here? End of April. Yep. So it's not far away. Happy early birthday, by the way. Rising Phoenix, I usually don't, but I would for you. I would for you. Um, but yes, just shoot me an email, Rising Phoenix. What are you doing? I wonder if Robert passed out. You don't have to pay for it. I don't want you to pay for it, Rising Phoenix. It'll be my birthday gift to you. Okay. Can we do that? He he sometimes he sometimes will fall asleep, Greeny Joey. He's told me before if I don't answer you right back, it's because I fell asleep. He can get me next time. I'll give him a couple more minutes. And if he doesn't pop in, he'll pop in. You'll get me next time, for sure. It's still 2025. No, no. Yeah, I don't know. Granny Joey, I fell asleep. I've been falling asleep a little bit earlier than normal, which is good. I needed to. I needed to, for sure. I don't know things. That's funny. Did y'all like my candle tonight that I was burning? This is the candle from the ritual today. And I decided to burn it for tonight while we did mini readings so that it would just, keep the energy going. I think it did too, Shar. I think it did too. Pretty good. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Rising Phoenix. Did you see my cats that I posted the other day, Rising Phoenix? They're on my community post. If you scroll down, you can see my new babies. I still, of course, have Baxter. He's my main man, but I got the two cats, two Virgo brothers, Sage and Spirit. There you go, Green-eyed Devil. That's crazy, Green-eyed Devil. I'm having a procedure done the beginning of May, which is before my birthday. You know the procedure you and I were talking about. It's like the outpatient procedure. That's funny. And I'm wrapping up my 9 year. Ten, Green-eyed Devil. All those tens that came out in your reading earlier. Oh, yes, probably Rising Phoenix, probably. Lord, I'm tired. Even if it's the day before your birthday. Okay, you're okay. You're going to make it through this rough time in your life. You're going to make it through. The end of a tough cycle, Baxter. You got a breakthrough coming. You do. You do. You got a breakthrough. Come on. You got a breakthrough. You're going to make it through this rough time. You're going to make it through. You got it. All right, get in. Quit. Quit. Well, I'm excited that that Green Eye Devil is seeing that for you. Hey, Green Eye Devil, with her being 36, that's divisible by 9. Wouldn't she be in a 9-year right now? That would make sense. Am I wrong, Green Eye Devil, or have I got it all wrong in how I'm figuring that? You'll have to let me know, Green Eye Devil, if that makes sense to you. If it's just 1 through 9, 1 through 9, 1 through 9, because she would be at the end of a 9-year cycle if it automatically starts like that. He says, hello, Rising Phoenix. He says, hello. She's got 9 energy. It does work. Okay. So if I got it right, I'll be turning 36 the end of April. Oh, so she's starting a 9-year, Rising Phoenix. She's starting a 9-year, I think. I don't know. Okay, so you're spot on, Green Eye. That's why you're seeing that, Green Eye Devil. That's why you're seeing that. I love that. That's exciting. That's why you got 2027. There you go. There you go, Green Eye Devil. I told you she's good. She's psychic. I'm telling you. All right, y'all. Well, listen, I'm going to get off of here. I think Robert may have fallen asleep. Hey, Susie. She says, your fur babies are gorgeous, all 3 of them. I'm just recovering. Oh, Susie, here's wishing you lots of good healing energy. May your recovery from knee replacement be smooth and swift and painless. And thank you. Thank you, Susie. I call the cats my purr babies, and he's my fur baby. But anyway. All right. Well, thank you, Greenie Joey. I appreciate you so much, and I'm glad that helped. Yes, all the good energy. Happy new moon, everyone. Make the best of this. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all next time. I'm going to get off of here and decompress. I love y'all. Bye, y'all.